Hi, this is a quick overview of the Floor Doctor cordless hard floor cleaner with charging dock. There's really nothing to put together. You put the handle through the top part and you plug it in and let it charge for about 6 hours. It'll blink blue, and when it turns solid blue, it's ready to go. Now, the first thing that we have to do is put the fluid into the top container. There's two different containers. This comes out of the top. I put the water to the top part, and they ask you to put the Rug Doctor formula in. I think it's called Rug Doctor, or I'll look at it. I'll show you the bottle here in a minute. Just about a tablespoon near the end. And I'm going to get the bottle now and show you which one, because I have to actually review the bottle as well. Now, this is just a lot like a shampooer, if you've ever used an electric shampooer. It is the Rug Doctor all-in-one, and you put 1 tablespoon in the top part. It doesn't have a strong scent to it at all. It actually feels really clean. So we're going to cut to where I've cut the top open, and I'm going to just pour a little, eyeballing it in there in the very last bit of the container. Yeah. Okay. And so it snaps really, the lid part snaps in pretty tight of the plastic container. And I'm going to put that back into the machine so you can see, which is called the Floor Doctor. And that goes into the top part. Now, the bottom part of the machine is the receptacle where the dirty water will flow. Like I said, it works just like a rug cleaner, if you've ever used one, where it's going to lay a little of the wet down, and then it's going to pick it back up. I didn't put the sound on. It's not very loud, but it does have 2 speeds. It has a low and a high. You just press the button at the top twice. Now, I have never used this before, so I'm looking for telltale signs of the liquid coming out, and it does take a minute to get started. This is the first time it's ever been used. So I'm holding the trigger down, going forward, then releasing the trigger and pulling back, and water is going up the middle of the widest part of the vacuum. So I'm trying to see some dirt there. You can see it's still not dropping a lot of water, but I'm just going to do like what I would normally do, is just run over the wood casually, just so we can see what happens here. Okay, I'm getting a pretty good flow. It seems like it's really doing a nice job on the hardwood here. Now, it does have a beater bar that's made out of silicone or rubber that works pretty nicely. I'm noticing that it dries really fast. It comes, gets lays down the liquid and then just pulls it up really quickly. It has sort of a squeegee effect. And in a minute here, I'm going to stop. That is a cat toy, in case your screen is small. I'm going to show you a little bit about what we have here in just a second. Okay. I've worked it a little bit around this area for a bit. I can't really see what's happening, so I'm going to lift the handle up, and I'm going to remove the bottom container so we can see what the heck is going on. So I'm doing it with you for the first time as well. Now, that's the top water, and that's the bottom water, and it looks pretty filthy. And there still is tape on the bottom that I'm going to take off so we can show you how easy this is to take off. Okay, so the front has that little latch that goes like this. Then you just touch this red thing, it comes right off. And then I'm going to hold it up to the light for you to see. Not bad, right? It looks pretty dirty. So I'm still not convinced like exactly what it's doing, because to the eye, it doesn't look that it's that dirty. So I'm going to take it to the kitchen where we have white tile, and we can actually see the difference on the white tile. So I'm going to go through this one fairly on high speed, but I'm just going to like do what I did on the hardwood floor, but this time in the kitchen. You have to kind of think differently than you would a vacuum cleaner. Like you think it's going to be able to suck up some of the dirt, and it does, but you're not going to notice what it's really picking up. And I'm going to show you this in a minute. It is amazing how dirty the water gets so quickly. Now, I just did it in super high speed, so it just sort of chunks out. And then I'm putting on the sound for you to hear right now how loud it is. Really not loud at all. Okay, so now let's take a look at this water and see what happens. Just pull up the handle, it'll lock into place. You reach down and put your hand on the unlock the latch, right? And you put your hand on the back boom, on that red latch. Hold it up to the light. Look, it's even dirtier than the floor. I had emptied the floor one out, right? So this is the one that's just fresh from this kitchen floor itself. Okay, so when you're done, you just put it back on the holder and you start again. Pretty awesome. I really like this thing. I'm actually really surprised.